Welcome to Reading with Kermie. Chris here, aka Kermie. How's everybody doing today? Good evening almost. It's about 5 o'clock. Usually later than I'm used to doing a video, but things happen during the day. And I just got back from grocery shopping, so I thought before take it easy and do the rest of my evening, I'm going to do a Reading with Kermie. So welcome to Reading with Kermie. And we are currently reading Don't Stress the Small Stuff, It's Just Small Stuff. And this is book 3, titled At Work. Simple ways to minimize stress and conflict while bringing out the best in yourself and others. Now nobody can argue with that. That's always a benefit, right? Correcto. Anyway, this is book 3, Don't Stress the Small Stuff. And it's a 3-book trilogy, so I was already future tripping, wondering what book comes next after this trilogy. I know we got some time before this ends, but it came to mind this morning as I woke up. The random thoughts come. That was one of the random thoughts. What am I going to do? Don't stress, the small stuff is over. Guess we'll find out. More will be revealed. In the meantime, we are in the here and the now, reading chapter 10. So you guys ready? I'm ready. See what we got to learn today, if anything. Just kidding. Chapter 10 in book 3, Don't Stress the Small Stuff at Work, is, remember the phrase, being dead is bad for business. Da-da-da-da-da. Alright, let's go on. Yeah, let's continue. Alright, several years ago, my father was involved in a wonderful organization called BENS, which stands for Business Executives for National Security. Oh man, sounds big. One of the missions was to educate business professionals about the absurdity of the nuclear arms race, both the financial burdens as well as the outright dangers to all of us. One of my favorite sayings that came out of BENS was, being dead is bad for business. In a humorous way, they were emphasizing the obvious. If we blow ourselves up, none of us will prosper. True. Touche, good point, good point. Anyway, I just had a coffee at Starbucks when I was going grocery shopping at Safeway, so I'm a little hyper. Continue. I'll bet you got, I bet you can guess where I'm going with this one. You can, of course, easily extend this clever metaphor to the way we treat ourselves, particularly in the area of our personal health. The saying holds true. However you look at it, being dead is bad for business. Remembering this really helps to keep things in perspective. For example, when you find yourself saying things like, I don't have time to exercise, what you really should be saying is, I don't have time not to exercise. If you lose your health and sense of well-being, you won't make it to work at all. Or anywhere else for that matter. In the long run, it takes far less time to take care of yourself than it does to lose your ability to function well. Alright. Jim was a partner for a large New York law firm. Although he loved his family as much as anyone I've ever met, he was burning the candle at both ends. He left early and came home late. He traveled a great deal and was under constant stress. His children were growing up and he was missing most of it. He lacked sleep and exercise. He said to me, Richard, this pace is going to kill me. To make matters worse, there didn't seem to be a light at the end of the tunnel. The more valuable he became at the firm, the more demands were made of his time. Yes. At some point, it all became too much. After a great deal of personal reflection, he came to the conclusion that as important as his work was to him, it wasn't worth dying for, nor was it worth missing the opportunity to watch his own children grow up. He decided change was in order. He decided change was in order. Well, I should hope so. He quit the firm and opened his own practice. Right on. I've never seen more magnificent transformation. Not too long ago, he said to me, I've never been happier. Business is better than ever, and for the first time, I'm able to spend a considerable amount of time with Julie and the kids. Although he still works very hard, he has created a sense of balance. He has created a sense of balance that works well for him. There's little question that had to be had. He continued on his earlier path, his health and happiness would have continued to deteriorate. It seems that he literally decided that being dead would be bad for business. Obviously, not everyone can make such a dramatic and risky change, but doesn't it make sense to eat well, exercise, and get plenty of rest? Think positively, have regular physical checkups, and partake in other healthy habits? In addition to the obvious problems associated with ignoring these common sense health habits, you can see that it is also a horrible waste of time. In the long run, each cold or flu costs you days of productive work time. Who knows how many years of time you will save by simply taking care of yourself. By remembering that being dead is bad for business, you'll probably begin taking better care of yourself, physically and emotionally. You'll feel better, be happier, and probably live longer. You can let go of your fear that you'll fall behind because in fact you'll be more productive and have a longer, happier career. So keep yourself alive and healthy is good for business. Well, keeping ourselves alive and happy is good for life experience, in my opinion. But yeah, that's a good reminder, that chapter. Being dead is bad for business. If you're dead, you ain't going to work. That's for dang sure. Yeah, it's good that was great. That chat, look, Binks is coming to say hello. Being dead is bad for kitties, because you aren't going to be there for the kitty if you're dead. Hello, come on up. Come say hi to everybody. It's my sister's cat, Binks, my roommate, my nephew. Say hi, Binks. Anyway, it's a great reminder, that chapter. How you doing? What was I going to say? To exercise, to sleep well, to take care of ourselves. That's all good, important stuff. You know, I was reflecting back when, excuse me, Binks, I first got clean. You know, I wasn't, living that healthy lifestyle. You know, maybe some days I thought I was. Okay, I only do this much this day, do this much. Anyway, those who have struggled with addiction know the story. I got clean a few years ago for last time and started the healthy habits. Like I started, at-home yoga. I got introduced to it in treatment, and I continued that process. I can remember my first yoga session. I was shaking so bad, lifting up my leg, it was uncontrollably shaking, and 2.5, 3 years later, I still do it. It's not every day, but that's okay. There's the balance and all that. Feels really good to have some healthy habits, and as a photographer, I'm outside a lot, taking pictures, going on nature walks and whatnot, and that's obviously good for business. It just feels good to know that I'm living a much healthier lifestyle than I used to, blows me away sometimes, some days I think, when I'm thinking back, I go, I should not even be here sometimes, but I am, and there's a purpose behind that, and I'm going to continue going with what I got. I don't really know exactly where I'm going. I'm a 43-year-old man. My direction, in my mind and my heart keeps on changing. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just living day by day, you know. And I think lately I've been thinking about that, thinking maybe blue in a little future trip and going, what the heck am I going to look like in 10, 20 years, you know? I don't know. I don't know. Just doing little by little each and every day to live my life. Yeah, being dead is bad for business. You know, I want to experience life today. I don't know what it's going to bring, like I said, but I want to experience what it has to offer. You know, speaking of more health stuff, I quit smoking cigarettes 3 months ago. My gosh, I've quit a lot of drugs. I quit drugs and alcohol in my life. And cigarettes, oh my gosh, that's a powerful habit. Quit in the beginning of September. Used to patch for a month, and after patch, got a 300 piece bag of suckers. You know, that actually just expired, and the bag got empty, so I got more suckers. But that bag did last a month and a half. But I got more suckers because this is day 2 off no smoking pot. You know, I've been smoking pot pretty much my whole life since I was like 15 or 16. You know, I thought I'd try something different. You know, see what it's like without it. You know, and I was thinking to myself, you know, this is kind of off topic, but not. Kind of is. But anyway, I was thinking to myself, going, you know, because a few months ago I quit for a month. And I started recently back up again smoking pot. I was like thinking to myself, you know, that month was fine. Do I really need this on a daily basis? You know? No, I don't. You know, it's a medicine. What I've been doing is abusing medicine for my whole life. That plant medicine. It's a wonderful medicine. We need it, yes. And I will probably use it again when needed in life. But right now, I don't think I need it. I don't think I need it on a daily basis for the last almost 30 years, you know? Maybe 4 or 5 years, that whole span of time without it. But anyway, that doesn't matter. What matters for me today is today. And I don't know what my life is like without it. I'm going to see what happens, see what it looks like anyway, right? You know, I don't know what exactly it's done in my brain. I'm also already disabled, born with a disability. I don't know what it's done through all those years, but I actually, way back when I was a teenager, I was like, you know what, this is probably good for my disability. It probably hides it. Blah, blah, blah. Stops the shakes and tremors and whatnot. But you know what? I'm thinking to myself, going, why why hide who I am? On that note, same note too, you know, it's been a weird ride the last few months. I quit smoking, just quit smoking pot. Ooh, I'm a changed man. Anyway, I really hope you guys got something out of that reading. I obviously did, because I had something to talk about. So I'm glad and very grateful for you listeners out there that do get a piece of reading with Kermie and Kermie Karaoke. You know, and keeps my mental state going too, because these videos I do are pretty awesome, pretty fun. 10 minutes out of my day to, 10, on this one, 15 minutes out of my day to get out of myself and share with others, and that's pretty awesome, I think. Yeah, what was I going to say? Well, anyway, I hope you guys get to get something out of it. Being dead is bad for business. You know, I'm only working part-time, so in the other part of my time, I can find that balance and find out what's good for me. Like I said a few minutes earlier, I don't really have a direction in my life. I never really did. I just go live day by day the best I can. And, you know, I'm still here. I'm healthier than ever. So, something's probably going to rise around the corner for me in my life. So we'll see. I got my art. I got my photography. I like to share it with others. So, just a reminder, that reminds me, if you guys ever need a photographer, get a hold of me. My phone number is 425-931-6399, or a cool piece of art. You guys seen my art on Facebook. So, anyway, that was a little side base. I want you guys to have a good day. I love you, and I thank you for listening. Peace out. Talk to you next time.